Hi gang, it's Donna. We're gonna do a couple quick how-tos and the project I'm working on and what I use. Um, because a lot of people have a lot of different suggestions or advice, or you spend a lot of money and there's really no need to. Generally, when you order your first kit, um, I have various videos that will show you what'll come in it, but you get um, little trays like this, and you'll get um, little wax pads, a cheap little drill pen. We'll go over to uh, yeah, my cabinet. Okay, this is my cabinet. $20 on Walmart. As you can see, I've got a couple paintings set up. They're just on cardboard. They're clipped down just to straighten them out. I've got them all over the place. These I got at the dollar store. I keep my trays in there. Got these off of Amazon for $5. I got 30 of them. Uh, Here are the little wax pens you get. They come like this, or they're pink, and they've got a multi-end, and then you drill pen then. I don't use them and make pens with them. You'll also get wax like this. I put mine in a pot. And you also can get a book. Now, the book I recommend because it helps you keep track of your paintings. I got this at the dollar store for $1. You literally, um, how I set it up, and I'll show you real quick. Uh, Let me get to one of my current ones. Okay, so here's what I put. I put the name. Let me see if I can get out of the shadow here a little bit. The name of the painting, the item number, what size drill it was, whether it's square or round, because they do come in two shapes, what size the canvas is, how many colors came with the kit, when I purchased it, who I purchased it from, the order number, the date it shipped, the date it delivered, the day I started it, how much I paid for it. Now, as you can see, this one is a 50 by 50 centimeter. They'll always be in centimeters. And it only cost me $13.50. And it was not a custom. You also put the tracking numbers, the date I kitted it up. And when I say kitted up is, there's videos on that too. It's basically when the drills come in these little cellophane bags, and I put them in bags like this with the DMC number on it. And then for this particular kit that I'm doing right now, it's the DMC number and the symbol, because the symbol is what's on the canvas. If my phone will, maybe not. You can see the symbol right there. These are arrows, which is white. And for this particular painting, there's a lot of them. I've had 2 of these filled up because there's 79,000 of them. I put the day I finished, and my notes basically says, this particular one was Shill's Christmas present. Original price was $17.50. I had a $4 coupon. This was the painting, and this is a sheet. Now, a good company will send you one of these sheets. These sheets have the picture on it of what the painting is going to look like. It has the symbol. They're called symbol sheets. As the symbol, the DMC number, how many packages, and how many drills total. If we look at the one I'm currently doing, which was a custom, this one is my niece's name Jordan in Frozen. She's 50 by 150, which is basically 2.5 feet, 2 feet by 5.5 feet, somewhere in that zone. She was 45 different colors. She cost me $35.94, and she was a custom. And I ordered it from July Store and from Zhang Thank on Facebook. And I write my notes about the canvas because I had never used this company before. The canvas is awesome. The symbols are easy to read. Um, how it was boxed, if it came creased, it came in box packaging, which I love. And when I finished it, like I got this on November 21st. I kitted it up on 11/21, the same day. I didn't start it till the end of January. I'm only about 14, 15 days in and it's almost done. But it also came with a symbol sheet. Here's the picture of what the painting should look like. And here's the symbol sheet. And as you can see, those white ones, the arrow up is the symbol, 5200 is the DMC number. There was 392 bags, and it was 78,000. Oh, my phone just went out of focus. 78,250 of just that one color. And I generally go through when I get the bags, and I check them off, and I make sure that I got exactly the amount that they said I was going to get. And then I put them in the little Ziplocs for myself. Some people do it, some people don't do it. Some people use Tic Tac containers, which I have used before. Some people, oh, I have extra drills running around. I don't remember where they go. Generally what I do, and I ordered an extra kit, a complete kit, so that if I run out of drills for any project, or the project is short and I have to wait for them to send me drills, I've got them. But every painting I do, I get a 50 by 70 scarecrow. I bag them up, I leave them in there in case the drills drop off or something happens. I save empty pill bottles. Same reason. Especially when I'm working on large canvases, because then I can just put them in the pill bottles. But this is the canvas I'm working on. It's the Jordan name one. This is my desk. I bought this desk for $5 at a yard sale. I am making it into a drafting table. It is going to have standard hinges underneath, and it's just really a basic frame. Nothing major. Regular door hinges are going to go here. And then on the back, I'm putting drafting table hinges. They're going to cost me 20 bucks. Not a big deal. This is washi tape. Now, washi tape comes in handy because, as you can see, all on the edges I have the paper. This paper comes on your canvas like this one because the canvas is basically double-sided tape. And you just stick the drills on it. But there's a very thin edge sometimes where there's no drills and it's still sticky, and that's where the washi tape comes in handy because you can put the washi down and it makes the border for you. This is my roller. Amazon, real cheap. Just in case you want to make sure your drills are flat and not popping, you can roll over them, a little bit of pressure, Now, as you can see, Anna looks really, really good from a distance. But when you get close up to her, it looks a little crazy. That's normal. It's all what it looks like when it's done. Um, for me, when I put a canvas down on a table, I use this medical tape. It's cotton. It pulls off in little squares. It honestly pulls off. It's already perforated because it does not damage your canvas at all. And I tape it down on the edges just to keep the canvas nice and flat and smooth and help to keep the wrinkles out of it. And I generally do it all the way around. In like the edges, I do 3 or 4 spots. Lengthwise, I do like 6. I have the plastic down now because I have a big chunk of the bottom. I did the characters first. So let's see if I can get one of these off. They're scotch taped down. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay. I only did the characters. I'm going to do the multitude of the white layer. I wanted to get the characters done. They were more fun. Basically, I use the scotch tape to tape all these little mishmash pieces together so that they don't pull up. And I could tape them to my desk and they don't pull up while I'm working. My sleeves don't get caught on them. I also use the scotch tape because I have cats. And every once in a while, you'll get a random piece of fuzz or lint or whatever on the canvas. And you can just as easily go along with the scotch tape and do that to get the hair out, and it won't damage your canvas instead of trying to get it out with tweezers. This is my wax pot, and a wax pot is generally, here's your drill pen. The end of your drill pen, I don't know if you can see that very well, has a little opening, and you dip your pen in there. It picks up the wax and it fills it in there. Let me switch hands because I'm right-handed. You come to your tray. It basically is like, it's tacky tape, and it just helps you pick up the drill, and you place it into each square. I like this because it keeps me from being bored. I bought these big trays on AliExpress. I got 10 of them. They were 50 cents each, so I think I spent like $5. And they're ginormous compared to the little green trays. And they came in very handy because that's the amount of white drills that I had to go through. The wax pot that I store my wax in is something that I had nail art in from 1989 when I used to do nails for a living, and it keeps it fresh. I also got one of these for buying drills from a company called Diamond Painting with Sparklers. It was a gift because I purchased these to do the snowflakes on the painting in. Let me see if I can get my lamp up a little brighter there. And these are jelly drills, and they're just a little bit more sparkly. You can also get paintings in 5D and 3D. 5D has 5 facets, 3D has 3 facets on the stone. The drills I'm not using because I've already filled in all the color. Oh, and there goes my phone. It's going to get stuck. Let me see if I can get it to come back. Nope, it's going to be challenging. I'm going to have to come back in. I'm sorry. How it likes to be complicated. Okay. This is just a standard, this is what I do my meals in. But while I'm working on a project, I put all my drill packs in it. because then when I'm done or I'm not using them, like right now I'm just using the white, I can generally leave them in there, and if my cats knock them off, it's not a big deal. But at least I know all my tools from this particular project are sitting on my desk with that. I have my overhead lamp because I'm blind as a bat. I also have a 5-time magnifier. It's got a 10-time and a 5-time, and that's where you can really see the symbols of the drill. Those are the symbols. This is my junk ball. It's just a little bowl tube candle holder. These are all the drills that like I knock off the table or I knock on the floor or go shooting across the room because I'm an idiot sometimes. And that's where they go. And I put them all in here, and at the end of the project, I put them all in a pill bottle because I will either melt them down or I will glue them to something else or make something else with them. Tweezers. Now, I have really, really pointy ones for when I do my side rows, which is my edges. I'm sorry, I've got to sneeze. When I do my edges, I generally put them down with the tweezers because then I can make sure I get a straighter line. When I need to pick up trash off my canvas, I use these. They're not flathead, they're not pointy, they're not going to damage. They're round surgical. They're round stitch tweezers because I was an EMT and I have these stupid stuff. Well, they're not actually round. They're kind of a little square, but they don't damage my canvas. I keep Scotch tape, like I said, on my table at all times. Right now, the piece that I'm currently using is hanging off my lamp. And as you can see, it's probably got some hairs in it from when I picked trash up off my canvas or my table. This is my tool pot. I keep a toothbrush in here because when I'm done, before I steal it, this is how I kind of brush all the dust off or get all the hair out. This is an edger if you want to make your line straighter, and what I mean by that is if you want to go like this and straighten your lines because they've got a little bit of a curve to them, you can. That is also what's on the end of this particular pen. This is a 6-play straightener. I have and there goes my phone again. It loves to freeze. I have a 12 place. Basically, this is my every tool I can need. I don't want to have to look for anything ever. I'm backstage again. Let's see if it's gonna work. This is the 12 place. This is the 6. And you can see the difference in sizes. All my pens are custom made. Kevin Carpenter, Facebook, Pens by Kevin Carpenter, Pens by Mr. Carpenter. He makes all my pens for me. He's very reasonably priced. Please go see him if you're interested in a special pen. He has made all of these for me. And he is very, very crafty. Except this one. This one he did not make for me. He has custom made all these pens for me. This pen I won in a raffle in a group. This pen I bought from another group. This cheap little pen cost me just as much as these very good pens. In here I have my red marking pens and markers for my book. I have my permanent marker that I write on the back of my plastic packages with. I have another Sharpie permanent marker, which is what I do the labels with. or I use this one because this one's a little bit finer tip. I have a stick. Oh my god, what do we use? A kebab stick. A very pointy kebab stick because sometimes you have to get in there and pick stuff off. It's a pain. I also have an X-Acto knife. When this painting came, the paper over it was one big sheet of paper. I had to cut it into quarters. I cut it into 4 pieces. And as I've gone down, I've removed the big pieces. They're in a drawer over there because I will use them at a later time. But the X-Acto knife is perfect. Tongue depressors, just because sometimes you're lazy and you're doing a short spot or you need to make a straight line. Tongue depressors work just as well. Another freaking Sharpie. Here's a midget pink pen. I keep a highlighter because if the drills are messed up on my symbol sheet, I highlight that so I can mail the company back and let them know that I was missing a drill or there was an issue. I don't know what else is in here. Scissors for cutting my packages open. 900 pairs of tweezers. These are L-shaped pointy ones, which I don't really like. These are angled pointy ones. Another L shape. Lots of clips. Oh, look, pen tips. That's a lot of pens. The clips I use for when I'm putting them on cardboard and straightening them out like this. This is clipped to the cardboard. This is my travel one. When I go to my kid's house, I take it with me. If I'm going to my cousin's, I take it with me. It can travel. This paper is very, very expensive to buy. So when you get your paintings, try not to destroy it. You will need it. Like I said, I have an entire drawer filled with it. You'll also need to purchase labels. AliExpress is great, but what I will say about AliExpress is it takes weeks. I got this is a bunch of washi tape. I got it on Amazon. It cost me $7. There's 30 colors, and I got it in 2 days. I mean, you kind of can't argue with that. There's my light pad. I've got more Mod Podge. My completed paintings and ones I haven't started are down there, just to keep them flat. People put them in their mat. Oh, that one's done. I don't know why it's covered. Oh, because it's not sealed. Is that one done? I don't even know. Yes, it's done. I've got another one sitting back there because it doesn't fit. I've got another one over there. I've got some over there. I've got this one still in a box. I don't even know what this one is. Holy crap. Oh, this is frames. And this one kitted up. It's a skull one. And like I said, I put all the instructions on it. The company I ordered the skull one from was really good because they already sent everything in baggies. Here's 2 tricks. Let me clean up some of this. Let me put my tools away. Oh, and I keep small Post-its. And I keep the small Post-its because, like, this one had 49 colors. So literally, I had almost all 49 colors out. And what I do is I put the symbol in the tray. And I just kind of toss it in like that. And then I put my drills on top of it. And I only put a certain amount of drills in the tray at one time, just in case you knock it over. Let me get my tools put up here. I try and keep my tweezers on the edge because I'm always using them. And my clips if I can. Bloody hell. And then at the end of the night, I just kind of can stick all my tools in there. I know where they'll be tomorrow. I don't have to look for them again. And actually, I stuck my purple pen in there and I'm not done. Okay, my mouse. When you're dealing with a painting this big, let's see if I should turn this way. Yes. It's going to be sideways for you guys. I'm sorry. But this is a very large painting. When you're trying to make a straight line, especially if you're a beginner, getting yourself a yardstick, a metal one, is a good practice because you can literally line it up at the bottom of your diamond painting, clip it down if you want, and make it will stick to the very edge, that fine little line that I told you about that isn't part of your painting, that doesn't have symbols on it. You could stick it to that. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. It depends on how long you've got it there. Generally, what I do with a painting this big is I'll put the yardstick down. I'll do 3 rows up all the way around the painting to give myself a border, and then I can get rid of the ruler. And then I know my edges are straight at that point. Or I use this. Now this is a Westcott fabric ruler. And what's convenient about this ruler is these little boxes right here. Focus. These little boxes right here are exactly the size of your drill. So you can line it up perfectly with your diamond painting. And it doesn't stay, as it's great for the edges. I wouldn't put it on your canvas completely. I've done that, not a good look. Or if you're going to, and you need to do a line somewhere random, you can angle it and just kind of put the corner of it on here. And it cleans off with a diaper wipe. Yes, you'll get a little bit of glue. But I thought it was great. $1.99 on Amazon. You can't argue with that. But I just thought it was great because these little ones here are exactly the same size as the squares on your diamond painting. So it works out wonderfully. Those are generally my little tricks and nibbles and what I do. I don't know what everybody else does. I've seen hundreds of videos and people get a little crazy and they spend all kinds of money. And I did that at first and I kind of regret it because I bought a bunch of stuff. Like I bought this dry erase board because somebody said, well, that's a good idea to do your paintings on. Well, it wasn't a good idea for me. And this stupid phone really wants to be challenging today. The phone's trying to be challenging. Anyway, I bought the dry erase board. It was reasonably cheap. It's going to wind up on my wall because I just... Let me shut the audio off on this. I don't find it that good to work with. I much prefer my desk. I can curl up in my chair and I'm good. The lamp I've had for years. You can really literally buy or make. I've seen people use rolling pins to put down their paintings. I've seen people take the tip out of the pink pen and stick it into a regular pen that's easier for them to use. I've seen people iron their paintings if they're not sticky enough. I will say though, when you're purchasing a painting, read the reviews because some companies are just shit. I'm going to take that flat from the door. They're crap. I bought a couple paintings where you honestly could not read the symbols without a magnifying glass. Light boards are good. I don't so much like them anymore, especially with the squares, because you can see every little gap, which I guess for some that's okay. It's not okay for me because my OCD, it makes me crazy. I have my little mascots, like my little dude there whose tongue sticks out. Yeah, press his butt. Oop, and he flips around and does stupid stuff. I don't know where he came from, but he's chill. I have my crystals. Find your hang spot. Do it your way. I have canvases stretched out on cardboard. I have canvases on tables. I have, there's my storage bin. That's more paintings. My office is not organized because this was an office, not a craft room. I'm in the process of making a craft room because this is my bookshelves. This is legit an office, but it's turning into my craft room, which has got to change. Um, we're gonna go over a little bit of just flat out diamond painting. If you're interested in watching, I would appreciate y'all if you subscribed and liked the videos. If you have any questions or need any advice or information, please feel free to ask. My Fitbit is buzzing. Leave comments, message me. I don't care. Um, I have a group on Facebook. It's called Diamond Painting and Crafting with Friends because we're just a group of friends that hang out, like to do our crafts together. We're not selling anything. We'll buy stuff. I'm not going to tell you you can't buy and sell in our group as long as it's craft and diamond painting related. When I put the hinges on this desk, I will do a video to show you guys how to do that because legitimately you can take any desk you have and make it into a drafting table. You put a little bead of wood here to hold your pens. You can order the trays that are on the side of the drafting table for basically nothing online and screw them into the edges so you don't need one of these. You'll have places to stick all your stuff on the edges of your table. The drafting table works good for some people. I like my flat surfaces, except for when I get to the top of this. And then I'll have to move to the other side of the table because otherwise my lines get wonky. But we're going to do a little bit of painting now. I don't know if y'all can see. Maybe I need to shut that off. The lighting in here is horrible. Oh, look. I almost went into my nasty drill thing. I don't have a regular camera. I haven't ordered one yet. I have to use my cell phone. That is why we use StreamYard. Because then I can do 2 or 3 things at one time. I also angle, if you look at my pen, let me see if I can get it right because I'm a little. I angle my tips. AliExpress is selling them angled. Bro, all you got to do is heat it up a little bit and bend it to the angle you want it. I've got some that are bent a lot, some that are bent a little, and that's only because this way I'm not going straight up and down. I can go in at an angle and I can see what I'm doing and where I'm placing each drill. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. I find it to be very relaxing. I can watch TV and diamond paint and unplug from everybody. And I think I mentioned earlier that there are round and square drills. I like the square drills. The round drills leave a lot of gaps. At a later time, I will do a video and show you the difference between a round drill and a square drill. There are also specialty drills, which this painting, hopefully my phone will catch up, is a special gem. I don't know if you can see all the different sizes. And they're literally rhinestones and pearls and flowers. But I liked her. And she's already framed, so basically all I gotta do is stretch her and mount her, and I'll be doing a video on stretching this because this is getting put on a canvas frame because the canvas cost me $33, I believe. 33, 35 to frame this. Literally to frame this would cost me anywhere between $100 and $300. I'm not spending that kind of money for a frame. So what I'm gonna do, what's in that box over there, I'm so sorry, is a canvas stretching frame. And I have another one of these that I did for my nephew. And it's sitting in what's going to be my art room on the wall just to keep it straightened out. I have a truckload of these. Actually, we're going to take you to my hallway. Hopefully this does. Oop, feedback. Those were my skeleton, or not my skeleton, my scarecrow skeleton, and my sister's Buddha. Her frame, I found one for her. That painting's a 50 by 50. The other one's a 50 by 60. Online, I found a framing company, $20 with anti-glare glass, so it doesn't mess up the drills. And the anti-glare will show the sparkle of the drills through the glass. And I think I'm getting it in black she wanted because hers is going to go outside. And it comes with a backing because some companies sell the actual frame without glass or a backing, which made no sense. The company I found, it's $20 to get her a frame. So I'm very excited about that. All right, let's see if we can make this a little bigger. Oh, nope. Well, we're leaving it that way. My hallway lights are so bright. But this is generally what we do. And we have conversations about it. And I get on with my girls, and sometimes we get sidetracked and we talk about the game instead of the art. And that's fine. But I really wanted you guys to see how this is done and how much work actually goes into it. And this is where the straighteners come in. My line was a little groovy, and that drill wants to pop. And then I can just push it into place. But I just spent 2 hours hanging out with my girls while we each worked on our projects. But we were gossiping about the game and weren't really talking about what it is we're doing. And I'm getting ready to have oral surgery done, so I won't be able to post any videos for a while. And I just wanted to make sure that there was some content on here that y'all could enjoy, that if you had any questions about, I could post while I'm recuperating, even if I have to do captions, typed captions, that's fine, because I can make a video on my computer doing it that way. But I will put up a video of the difference between round drills, square drills, special drills. AliExpress is where I order. I don't like the size of that drill. If I don't like the size of a drill, it doesn't fill up the square the right way. I don't know if you could see that. There's some gapping. My phone will cooperate. It's the only thing bad about doing this by phone. But some of the drills are bigger, some are smaller. No line's ever going to be 100% perfectly straight. Anybody that says they get perfectly straight lines all the time is full of horse hockey. Anybody that says they don't get any gapping is full of horse hockey. And there's dust in my canvas. And I keep a trash can underneath my bench. And there's another hair. Let me get it before I lose it. And this is why the Scotch tape is good. Because a lot of stuff you'll use will pull up your canvas. Or pull your drills off. This isn't my best performance on how I started painting. But like I said, I wasn't feeling too well. So I really wasn't online when I started this. I've taken daily photos. So at the end, I will put up a quick photo video. I did it that way because the last one took me 6 weeks. And that's a lot of video. So I figured if I took photos every day, it would show faster for you guys, step by step. But I really wanted to do a quick little short here on what I've got, how I do it, etc. I mean, it's not rocket scientist, but it is time consuming, and it is definitely a labor of love, and it's very addicting. Oh, my nose itches. I'm so sorry. But like I said, this paper is very, very expensive when you buy it, and you will need it, and you will go through it. And I just happen to be fortunate enough to have 2 paintings this big, so I have lots of it. And I just fold it up, keep it in the drawer, and use it the way I need to use it when I need to use it. And I've had people offer to buy it from me because that's how expensive it is. And you don't always have to spend a lot of money. I will say, though, I don't necessarily recommend buying your paintings from Amazon because they come folded up to all hell. Every painting I've gotten from Amazon has been folded up and so creased that I've had to iron them and do all kinds of stuff to get the rivers out of them. And one day I will show you what a river looks like in a painting. It's when the double stick buckles and it comes up off the canvas behind it, because this is a painter's canvas. Underneath this, it is a painting canvas. And what they do is they do the design on the painting canvas, and then they stick double stick tape, which is this, over it so it sticks to the canvas and it sticks to your drills. And then they fold it up and roll it up and wrap it in bubble wrap and then stick it in the box and ship it to you. And if it's not packaged right, you'll get rivers. There are some big freaking gaps over here, which I'm not happy about. So I'll have to replace those drills with drills that I like, because you can see the symbol underneath. So yeah, save everything. AliExpress is the best place, one of the best places to get a good canvas at a reasonable price, but you will wait anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks for it, because number one, it's coming out of China, and I already know what everybody's going to say, but it is what it is. Number two, if it's a custom, the company I used for this custom, literally within 10 days, this thing was in the mail and on its way to me. I think I got it in under 2 months, which is a really good deal. A lot of people use paint with diamonds. I don't know what their canvases are like. I know they're very expensive. I happen to like very large canvases, so I'm not going to spend $80 for a canvas that is half the size of this one. To me, that's just crazy, but that's my own personal choice. There are tons of groups on Facebook where you can look. You can watch tons of videos on YouTube. I recommend it. There are a lot of freaking scammers out there, so please be careful. If I recommend a group, it's because I believe in it. I've dealt with them. Some of my initial videos from last year, the people I recommended, I no longer recommend because I got burned and it was not cool. So now I only deal with reputable people, people I know can put their money with their mouth, put their money where their mouth is. I will put links to everything on here. Again, it's AliExpress for a lot of stuff. Like literally, you can buy just about anything you want there. But for diamond paintings, they're one of the better places to buy. My phone decided to freeze again, so we're just going to nix it because it's acting like I need to get a camera. I really do. AliExpress for paintings, but you can buy just about anything you want there. Supplies that you're going to need pretty quickly. I would say get it from Amazon. You can use stuff at home. No one says you have to go out and spend a lot of money. The most expensive thing you should ever buy is your canvas. All your accessories should not cost that much money. As you get more into it, you can, you know, create your art room or your stash, as people call them. People get a little crazy. I've seen people with hundreds of paintings. I have found that paintings that sit for a long time generally lose their stickiness. So I only buy maybe 3 or 4 at a time. I had bought a couple while I was waiting for this one, or when they go on sale. Allie does a lot of holiday sales, so I will kind of buy 3 or 4 of the larger ones that I want to do for myself at that time because I can get them for $10 to $20 versus what would normally cost me 30 to 50. So that's my perspective on that. But don't go crazy and do what you're comfortable with. I would say start out small. The thing with the smaller paintings is you're going to lose detail. Square drills give you better detail than round drills do. Round drills, you lose a lot. There's a lot of gapping. Circles don't. You can't put a circle side by side. You can put a square side by side. Circles are always going to have a diamond shape in between each four. So that should explain to you what kind of gapping you're going to have. Squares, you can kind of butt them up against each other to a degree. I distracted myself there. Special drills, it's only sticky where the special drills go. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for today. I had a lot of people message me or email me, and that's why I kind of went through a mass shot here of a little bit of everything. If you have any more questions, leave comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. I will do my best again to answer any questions you have. But like I said, a majority of my stuff was bought at the dollar store. You do not have to spend a lot of money except on your painting, because that is your masterpiece. Everything else is perks. If you need tutorials on anything specific, like this Anna, I had to change her cape and modify it myself because it was a lot of black on black on black because of the shadowing. So when they did the color code on the canvas, it was not showing the waves of her cape. So I had to mix and match my own colors to make the waves, and I think it came out pretty gnarly. Um, and it looks good, and my niece will be excited. If you need recommendations for companies, I can give you that. But again, I'm only going to suggest people I know. If you have questions about companies and want me to do a little digging for you, I will be happy to ask around. My Facebook group is Diamond Painting and Crafting with Friends. I don't sell stuff. I have friends on there that do sell stuff. Everybody is allowed to post their own photo album. People will sell their completed paintings to people that like the artwork but don't have the time or the fruition or the patience or the ability to do the artwork themselves. I know people that will do it on consignment. I'd be willing to do that if you want a painting done and you don't want to do it yourself and you want to buy it all and send it to me. I'll be more than happy to do a painting for you on commission. I'm not going to rake you and charge you a fortune. I am literally going to charge you for my time because you are supplying all the supplies. Uh, Other than that, it's actually really enjoyable. And again, my Facebook group is Diamond Painting and Crafting with Friends. Everybody is welcome there, whether you diamond paint or not. I don't care if you macrame, crochet, make pottery, you're welcome to come post a video and just hang out and chat and share your techniques and how to's and whatever. I would be interested in woodworking because I need to make some frames and I don't know how, but I've got a wood shop. So anybody that's willing to teach me how to do that, I think that's awesome. Thank you all for listening and watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video. I need to get 1,000 subscribers. So pass it along, share it with your friends, and just thank you. Have a good night. Make sure you leave comments and I'll make more videos for you. Bye.